Welcome to Milfshake, where mom life meets realness. I'm Minnie. I have Tiffany 1.
Hey, I'm Tiffany 1.
Tiffany 2.
Tiffany 2. That sounds stupid. It's hey y'all.
Tiffany 3. Say nothing.
Tiffany 3. Hey guys. Hola.
Hola, hola.
How are you ladies doing today?
Good.
Pretty damn good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well now that I seen your vagina video.
Oh my God!
It's okay. It's okay.
Listen.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna talk about the hot dog. Oh yeah, she don't want to talk about the hot dog. So we gonna. Yes, but if we hit 1,000 views, Minnie's gonna show you the hot dog footage.
Ooh.
Ain't that right, Minnie? Ain't that right, Minnie?
That hot dog video is 20 years
That's
old.
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
Anyway, you asked if I was fine. Yes, I'm okay. So I had a myomectomy.
Yay.
But you can't rate my lying too. This one. It's like, no. I had a
Kelly.
myomectomy, and this is third week.
It was June 6, 2025 when you got it.
Yes, because she knows everything about my life. She talks to me, and I act like I'm okay with it. Myomectomy, for you guys that don't know, I have my fibroids removed. So if you see me grabbing my stomach, it's because I have stitches, and sometimes it hurts a little bit when I'm laughing or coughing or sneezing. But I do it on purpose so people can give me attention and say, "Oh, that's it." I just wanted to say that, but I'm feeling better.
We're glad you're back. We're glad you're feeling better.
Thank you, and sweating.
I'm glad that your transsexual surgery was successful.
Amen.
And you look like a woman. So
Thank you.
they did a great job. Everybody, let's clap it up for this surgery that she got here.
I actually asked
My
Tiffany if
dick
I
is
could
big.
get FMLA for her surgery.
Yeah.
Somebody else already got dibs
I'm
on
sorry.
Oh, damn.
it. Yeah.
Aside from that, all of you look lovely.
Thank
okay?
you.
I love the purple royalty colors.
Thank you.
Green's my favorite color. I love freaking green, okay?
Me
and you
too.
just like a nice glass of orange juice just sitting over.
And I love your milkshake theme.
Thank you.
outfit,
Thank
the
you so
naked
much.
lady.
Mama Bear?
Yeah. So to jump into it, who's on timeout this week?
I think we all have an agreement here. On the count of 3, we're going to share who we put in timeout. Ladies, you guys ready?
Go ahead.
Viewers, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Be Simone.
And a friend. I'm going to tell you why the friend.
Why the friend?
Okay.
Okay, wait. Also, can we put Cassie in timeout?
Okay.
Cassie was in timeout. There was a video of Cassie, an audio that came out. Somebody allegedly found a video of her partaking in a freak off. And she is threatening this man to the death. And it's Cassie. I've never heard her speak before, remember? So she is threatening this man, like, I will kill you. I don't care. I don't
That's
kill
what he
somebody
wanted.
before
That
I will
was a
kill you.
part of the
Show me the video. I will kill you. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Cassie. I'll kill you. He'll kill you. Cassie.
That was the
I would've
that was a
reacted
part
that
of the
way.
reenacting when they was like forcing her to do stuff. Probably.
This is role play?
Yeah, probably role play.
You
Okay.
think so?
No.
No, I'm just lying because I just feel like
No. Cassie's in timeout because what is going on, Cassie? Why are you threatening somebody who has nothing to do with something behind your actions?
Okay.
Baby, calm down.
there's
Okay.
nobody
You
Yeah.
want
time out,
their
'cause I-
videos put out there.
Yeah, I would have thrown him the same way.
Yeah.
That is called revenge porn.
Yes.
When
that's-
somebody has something intimate and private of you.
Doing this though, this is Diddy. Diddy built whatever he had going on based off of throwing these parties, putting stuff in people's drinks, making them do something, filming it and blackmailing it. Like,
Right.
bam, I have you on camera doing X, Y, and Z.
No. She wasn't saying that to Diddy.
But I'm saying Diddy was doing that.
But
So
she was
now
just
this
saying
is
with
happening
some
to
women.
you.
But what does that have to do with
Her
you
not
smashing your man on camera and somebody saying, I'm going to put this out? That's your intimate moment with your man.
Right, but if somebody else was doing it,
What you mean?
but this is what you're into. You're into this
But we
whole
don't know if she was
community.
into it.
But tell me she want the world to know, because again, this shit is just coming
He
out.
wasn't putting it out. He just saw it, and she
Oh.
wanted him to show her. That was it. He's getting threatened with the
why
death
can't I see
because
the
he's
video?
right. No.
Yeah, but you can't put my intimate stuff out like that. I mean, but nowadays you can't even trust a man with a nude. You feel me? You could send a man something that you think is spicy and sexy just for him,
Not
and he might just
everybody has seen it.
share it without even threatening you or letting you know. Like, oh, hey, bro, check this out. That's what they do. Young
That
girls,
was
if you
the type of
watching,
character.
never show your face in the news if you want to send them. All right.
T-tip.
Be Simone.
Okay. Well, let me start with the friend. I'm going to tell you
Okay.
why. Because she was in a food stamp line. Like, why are you lying? You got to go online
Yeah.
to apply for the stamps. You wasn't in no food stamp line.
She want to be
That's
on
it.
straw so
That's all.
bad.
So bad.
Because that's like so unrealistic.
And I'm mad because I can't get food stamps.
I want some food stamps.
I would love
I think
some.
I may be able to get
Food
some.
is expensive. Oh my God, you should.
And going to jail for fraud.
And give me some.
I will.
please.
Of
Thank
course I
you.
will. The
Only
fuck?
giving me $20. I can only buy a box of cereal. Now, why is B Simone?
In timeout. Okay, so for those of you who don't know B Simone, how would we describe her? She's a creator.
She's a social
She's
media
a comedian.
influencer. Yes.
She's an author.
Yes.
Did she have a makeup line or
Yeah,
no?
author.
She did make a
got to me with the
my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when she first started making content.
That's
yeah.
where I saw her too.
I don't remember what other business, but I think she has like a women empowerment thing she's doing right now.
Yeah.
So
She's a baby boy.
yeah, that was her. Which was definitely, I feel like it was very
Actually.
pivotal for social media because a lot of times we don't realize people speak in this tone or use that bar, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to her and everything she's
Very
accomplished.
talented,
But apparently she's under fire for a conversation she's had with a friend on a podcast,
Right.
where in one clip, the friend was saying, you know, you watched me struggle, you watched me on the food stamp line, I had to get my car repossessed, I didn't have this, that, X, Y, and Z.
Mom, Medicaid.
Yeah, and you didn't. I watched you give other people checks,
Right.
and you didn't give me a check.
Right.
But I will say this.
The friend was actually calm about it, though. She
Yeah.
said she didn't expect it from her,
Right.
basically.
Her path, her journey. She had to
And
go
she had
through
to
these
go
things.
through that.
Maybe that was okay. Wait, you were gonna go ahead. You were gonna say
No, okay, so what was the point of her saying, because I like how you said that too, because a lot of clips can be taken out of context, right? You see these little bits and we got something to argue about. So what was the point of saying, I watched you give other people, what is it just to say, I watched you give other people checks, but you didn't have to do that for me.
Right.
That's what she basically was
Because
saying.
maybe that's what she told herself. Like after
So she didn't do that.
you seeing me struggle, I had to tell myself something. You know what? This she has nothing because it was probably hurt. It's probably undenied, buried hurt. Like okay, you know what? You've done this, but I told myself this was my own journey. I had to go through this so you could feel comfortable and probably still have this friendship.
I
feel
respect
like, I
that.
agree with you. I feel like that's what it sounds like. Because what's the point in saying the whole, like you said, I watched you give, because if you didn't have to say that. You could have just went into, this was my struggle, this what I had to go through. I didn't expect anyone to help me. I know I had to go through that. But instead, she slid in the whole, I watched you give other people checks, but this was my journey. And I feel like that's why I agree that, yeah, that was something you had to tell yourself so you could still be around this friend.
Right.
Me personally, let me tell you something. I'm looking to the camera. If my 4 best friends, right? If I'm on and you struggling, I will help you. Let me look into this camera. And if you on and I'm struggling and you think for 1 second I'm going to still be on the phone listening to you. Now, are you obligated? No, but if we're actually friends, I'm not saying get me out of my situation completely, but help. If your kids, you struggling, your kids could come over to my house. They're going to eat. They can sleep here. You're not going to have to go stay here, find a shelter. No.
Yeah.
Certain things are just not going to happen. And don't let me be a
struggling on
millionaire.
purpose.
Exactly.
Well,
I got
attention.
$1 million. There's no way I'm going to be like, this is your struggle. You got to get through it.
Yeah, no. Now, I will, what you just said just made something pop into my mind. I do agree absolutely. If any of my friends, family, whatever, you hungry and I got food, you gonna eat.
Yeah.
You on the street, you in the shelter. If I got a room in my house, hell yeah, you got a place to stay.
Exactly.
I don't even if I don't. You could get your ass on the living room floor, whatever.
Exactly.
For sure. And I would want somebody to do the same thing for me.
Right.
But we also don't have any context about how old girl was living life either. Because some people are irresponsible. Blowing through money, you had a whole check or you had money, but you didn't pay your car note. You know what I'm saying? You spent your money on some bullshit. So sometimes people be making wild decisions where you got to let them learn for themselves. So is it your friend's responsibility? Once you're a grown-ass person in the world, no, it's nobody's responsibility to help you. But if they do, that's a blessing that you should appreciate and take that blessing and try to move forward.
But see, I would say even that. I've been in a situation where somebody blew through money, was making more money than me, blew through it, and still needed me to help them. Now, I help with the necessities. Like, if you need somewhere to stay, you could stay there. If you need something to eat, you could do that. But, like, if you think you about to just be living here for free and doing it, no, you clearly got money, so I'm going to help.
That part.
Like,
Well,
yeah.
how
But-
did we know B Simone knew that she was going through those
Well,
struggles?
she said I was at my mother's house.
Well,
You see-
but as a friend, if you don't know, I don't know you on food stamps. I don't know you on Medicaid.
No, you
I
said the
might
key
not
word
know.
as a friend. How the hell you my friend and don't know?
Well, as a
We
friend,
gonna
you could
talk.
know that.
And you don't know
I
I'm
live
at
with
a
my
shelter.
mother.
I would talk to if you
Yeah.
said
She
I'm
was in the
talking
shelter?
to
She's-
you.
I don't know. Did she say that?
No, she said she's at her mom's house.
Oh.
I'm making
up rumors.
So,
No, I
yeah.
think I said shelter.
She's on the corner on Skid Row. No, because you don't know that. All she sees is, okay, you live with your mother. But I don't know how close were they.
I don't know.
Yeah. Or maybe B Simone was so booked and busy that she didn't even see what was going on.
I feel like it's so many different dynamics of it,
Right.
like things we don't know. It could have been, maybe sometimes some friends, I'm not gonna give you money directly, but I'm gonna put you in a position to make money.
That
I like that.
And then you can go from there. And if you're not doing what you gotta do, then because I did my part as a friend, but I did more than a friend. Then another video, another clip that came out was B. Simone coming out and saying you had an opportunity, and I was kind of low key jealous because why weren't we doing this together? But she just wanted to include herself. My whole thing with that is like, I can't like not help you, and then once you do get on your own 2 feet and you do have your own opportunity, now I'm not a part of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
because that was a sliding of it that made me go from supporting B. Simone to going to the friend side, because she took accountability. It's my struggle. I gotta go through it. I gotta do this alone. I learned my lesson. My story has to be evolved. This is where I am. But then, now I found something, I'm doing something, I'm making money, and here you come, like, I called you back. She said, I called you right back, and I was so convicted, like, why do I feel this way? Were you jealous of the friend that you just decided not to help?
I'm so sorry. Really quickly, right? I am so big on self-soothing. Don't call my phone to help you process what you feel about my opportunity. If you ain't calling me saying, congratulations, even if it's a fake damn congratulations, hang up and self-soothe. I'm not about to be in my height helping you go through your self-soothing because you wasn't included. Bitch, get off my phone. Like, that we won't be friends. Like, that, little stuff like that will make me, like, look at you a little different. I'm sorry. Now, self-soothing is good. You should process things with some people, but some stuff do on your own. Not at my height. Maybe a little later the next day, day two. Dang, I felt this way. Because that would have given you the time to process your own stuff and me not have to sit there and go through it with you. And you probably would have realized you didn't even have to share that.
Right.
But, again, if it's my day, not on my day.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of soothing, we call each other MILFs. Have you ever been called a cougar? Oh my God,
Cougar?
No, that was a good transition.
Because she's a tranny.
Not trendy with the transitions.
I don't think I've ever been called a cougar, but it is getting a little weird for me, like as far as my DMs, where sometimes younger guys be like, I'm going to call you auntie, I'm going to call you mommy, I'm going to call you mom.
In a bedroom?
I don't know. I mean, they ain't going to never get in the bedroom with me, but verbally, if they want to message me, they'll say little things like that. The auntie thing, I kind of own the auntie because I'm like, a grown-ass woman. I could be somebody's cool auntie, but for you to, like, sexualize me and call me, that's weird as fuck. Because, sir, what are you doing with your aunt?
Y'all be sitting here telling me y'all want to win them hoochie daddy shorts.
I ain't never said that. But if he got nice legs, I don't mind.
But
See,
what
but you
age makes
sexualizing
a
him.
cougar? At what age?
I don't think it's an age.
When you like 10 plus than a
10
person.
years
I would say
older,
10
right?
plus,
It's about
yeah.
the gap as opposed to
I would say
your
it's the gap.
specific age.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not an age.
Because it's like they want an older woman. So if you
10 plus.
17 and
But
you...
would a cougar solidify that you have no kids? Because if a MILF is a mom, I want to smash. Is a cougar what?
No, a cougar could be.
I think you could have a
A
kid.
mom too?
Yeah. I think
Okay,
cougar
so
is
What
just...
would be the who?
A grandmother.
Ooh.
A grandmother? A older, like a... Because when I think of cougar, I think of like a...
Yeah.
So you thinking of boomerang?
I'm thinking of slower, maybe.
Oh, yeah, she was a real cougar.
Ooh.
That's like an OG image of cougar right there.
But I would say 10 plus years is definitely.
Then the person...
But no,
So
to
what if
answer the
he's
question,
25
though,
and you 35? That makes you a cougar?
Yeah. You older than him?
No, I feel like
You could be
cougars,
his
like,
sister.
old.
Older.
His
It sounds like some
maybe
old shit, right?
40s. Maybe 40s could be a cougar. Like if he's 35 and
Ew,
you're
no,
45.
Nah, that's too
Make it
young.
like
50?
50. I think 50.
50.
Yeah.
I don't think
50?
it has to have an age on it because I see some good looking 50-year-olds who you but stand next to the 30-year-old and the 30-year-old be looking older.
It would still be a MILF. That's why I said maybe give it 60.
So I just feel like MILF is just a newer term because it's like the guys, that's the term that a guy would use for a woman, like, oh, she a MILF. But I feel like a cougar is just a universal of an older woman.
So a
That
grandmother.
has the gap. I don't feel like it has to be an actual age. But to answer the question, no, I haven't ever been called.
What do you guys think makes a cougar? Is it the age difference or is it a specific age? Let us know in the comments.
Right.
What's the youngest you guys would ever date? Like at this day right now.
Oh, okay.
Older than me. Younger will be older than me because when you date a younger man, you're not dating the age. You're dating the mentality. You're dating the wisdom. You're dating like so much. You have to go like dog years. Like if you're this age, your mindset is this age. So let me start at this age to at least get So
You'll meet a 50-year-old who's still living with his mother, doing all that. So I ain't even about to say that, because you have some young men who be on their stuff, probably make more money, doing more. They probably help their mom and stuff. That he grown.
Depends.
So I'm not even gonna do y'all like that, right? So I ain't gonna say it, because I know some older people. You be like, ew.
That's true.
They say
Age does not be
living your second childhood. Yeah.
Who living your second childhood?
That's Nas, the rapper.
Oh.
One of his songs, he's like he living his second childhood. Yeah. But yeah. No.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the lowest I've experienced is like 2 years younger.
Oh, that ain't shit.
A year, 2 years younger. But I have
5 years younger.
Younger.
Today for me, I think I could go. Yeah, I think I could go like
I still think I'll stick with that.
5 to 8 years younger.
8.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think.
So he'll be out of college.
Yeah. But again, age
He
doesn't
can rent a
equate
car
to
by
wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you are a certain number age does not mean you're mature, does not mean you're wise, does not mean you've had many experiences.
You're not stable,
Exactly.
intelligent.
Right.
Know what
I think that's one thing that would prevent me from seeing a younger guy, because I feel like what more can you give me but sex?
Again, stop sleeping on these young men.
Well, the ones who be trying to talk to me, they be like YNs, and I'm like, sir.
Yeah, see, YN.
What are you doing with yourself?
Oh, no.
I mean, no. So a YN is like a gangster, like
I know.
Okay, no, I'm asking.
Yeah, gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a YN is supposed to be just like a hood.
Like with the ski mask and the Nike tag.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
exactly.
So not that bad.
Yeah.
The younger ones that been trying to talk to me, they ain't like hood. I'm scared he gone.
Posting these videos on your social media, booty out.
My booty do not be out. My booty do not be out. This booty stays covered. It's curvy. I might have something fitted on it, but my ass be covered.
And I was like, dang, Tiffany.
Oh, you know it's there. You see it in person every week.
We seen that
You
cookout
see
video. It was the cookout video. The cookout video, nobody even knew she was
And
at
that
a
wasn't even
cookout.
my intention.
Nobody knew she was, and that's the thing though. Like she don't even it's effortless, okay? She don't got to do it on purpose. We ain't seen no cooler. We ain't seen no can.
I didn't
okay?
twerk.
Nothing.
I didn't shake
she
it.
walked into the frame, and every comment was
The
like,
video was
damn,
6 seconds
damn,
long. For me to walk to the cooler, that was 0.5 seconds. That's all motherfuckers needed to see. This wasn't about the soda. I went to the store to buy sodas for the video.
YN is like, you need help carrying the sodas?
Okay, they're like, it was sodas in this video? Yeah.
In the video.
I mean, you know what? But the reality is that sex sells. Even though people cringe and frown upon it, it sells. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna use what the fuck I got to get what the fuck I want.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna curse. Damn, that was the first curse today.
You did so good though. You did so good.
Thank you.
Really good. So with the young people,
I don't want to be in a bind, so I gotta use these bonds to get the
I'm in a
bonds.
bind, Nate.
Yeah.
With the young people coming into your DMs and giving you attention, do you feel like dating a younger person is like empowering?
No, hell no. Hell no.
Okay.
That's some predatory shit.
Oh.
Like, that's the same thing as men going after younger women, because if they feel like, oh, I can manipulate. They don't say that.
Right.
They don't say, I want a young bitch I can manipulate. Damn, I cursed again. Come on, God, please help me. Okay. They don't say, I want a young woman so I can manipulate her. They say, it's easier to, like, mold them.
Okay.
AKA, I want you to do what I say. I want you to do what's best for me. Okay. So I don't want to feel like that about a younger person. Like, I'm going to get with this young dude and make him... What I'm gonna make him do? Mow my lawn or something? Like, what am I about to make him do?
Right.
Eat me out? I ain't gotta make him do that.
Let me be devil's advocate, right? Let me just be devil's advocate.
Always. Here go Minnie, yo.
So, I would say from my experience of working with people who are older and who have been with younger men or women, it is empowering in the sense of not the way that you were speaking on, Tiffany, that they're molding them, manipulating them, but more so like, hey, I'm with someone who makes me feel young again. I can like go out and we doing fun things.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it's empowering in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's making you feel alive and young.
Yeah.
Sure. I like to feel dead
like
inside.
Before, I'm another devil advocate. Mm-hmm. Before this whole thing came out with Diddy, right? Everybody was all for him in Young Miami. They was like, right? It was fine. It was like you see him being young. You see, right? Then all that came out and.
Now it turned on both of them.
Why?
But
because how old is she? I'm sorry, I know you got a point to me. She a grown-ass woman. She a grown-ass woman.
When everything came out, they were attacking her in the sense of thinking she was doing this. Like, we don't know, but thinking she was doing the same things, like the freak-offs and stuff. But she said that's not the Diddy she experienced. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like some people at certain points of their life do be a certain way, right? And then they, you know how some people like, I ain't let him go because then that next person going to get all of that worked on. And sometimes people do grow. So I did believe when she said, like, this not the Diddy I experienced. And maybe he was on different time then. Who knows? Clearly when we raided the house, maybe that was old stuff, right?
Golden showers.
Who knows? You know?
Well, yeah.
But maybe it was just
Who said
down,
that?
But I'm just saying,
Didn't she say she liked golden showers?
Yeah.
She might have been with some freaky shit. She might have just been like,
yeah, it just wasn't
whatever I do with
other
my
people.
man.
It probably was just, she probably got pissed on, but she probably was sitting there letting him watch somebody do
freak.
First of all, I like Young Miami, so if you see this, don't take offense. I was just answering the question.
Yeah, hey, you like
but
what you like.
Ultimately, I'm just saying to.
Some people get
bring
shitted
back.
on.
It can be
Some people get
empowering.
pooped on.
It could be empowering.
Or predatory.
Yeah.
So my point. So we went to the concert Friday. My son was with me. He's 19. He's 19, ma'am. And it was a lady. It was like a group of women, like young girls, and I don't know. And it was like 2 older women. So the older woman sat next to my son, and they drinking, having a good time. Then she was like twerking on it. Like you could see her like flirting with him a little bit and twerking.
Mom, step aside.
And I'm just like, I'm a mind my business, but I didn't like that. Because if it was a man doing that to a young lady, girl,
Facts.
you wouldn't be able to do
Well,
that.
technically 19, she legal.
He legal.
He's legal.
Yeah, but still.
Well, she was saying like if it was
That's so
reverse,
young.
saying like
Oh,
if it was a young
okay,
girl
yeah.
and the man was going like that.
Yeah.
Well, if we Caribbean, we in the Caribbean, that's what's going down. You
I mean, but
no,
no, we had to, I understand.
We had
Shout out
a
to Trinidad, but
No.
I understand all that. But we
As
had
a
No, I
mom.
get it. I would
and
feel
it's
like,
like, I don't want to be like, excuse me, man, because
Oh,
I know
no.
he's a young man. I didn't
Yeah.
want to be like over motherly,
right.
but I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And then the girls were in front of them. They shaking their ass. You know, the little cheerleader skirts, whatever.
Right.
You call
oh, the
them.
cheeks was coming up.
The cheeks is coming up. She knows my son is like right in back.
But she his age though, right?
I don't
No,
know
she
how-
looked like she was a
probably
little older than
She
him.
probably was like in her 20s or something like that. I don't know. But my son is looking. So I'm looking from a male perspective because now he's thinking like, oh, it's okay to do certain things. Because I had to be like, listen, do not touch.
Oh
do not
yeah,
say nothing.
'cause
You know,
she could switch up.
That-
on
yeah,
face.
that's a
switch
fact.
up real quick.
Yeah,
You doing
yeah.
all this extra
Right.
stuff
Yeah.
around her.
Right.
And
then
that's the
now if
unfair
you go
part.
to, like touch your
Touch
ass
you.
or something like
Now
that.
it's
like, oh, why you
his
touching
fault.
me?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna say
Now we
something
wanna
too.
fight the
I'm gonna say something too though. I was reaching to get something to eat downstairs.
And what?
And
What?
And who did it?
And
And who did
randomly
it?
some person just touched my butt.
And
I
do
was
it. I'll
like-
do it again. And we'll do it again.
Sexual
And we'll do it again.
harassment.
Because
I
why
was
would you
like,
bring?
at
No.
first I was like,
No.
she just touched my butt, and then
Why
I
would
just
you
had to
bring your
move.
butt to my face? I don't
I
ask
was
for that.
reaching over, and I just was like, it's real.
Sexually,
and
though.
then I just walked off. I know.
Reaching over seductively
She
and moaning.
put her butt on
and
my
then getting
ear.
mad when you touch.
No.
But where do we draw that
Minnie,
line, though?
We draw the line on personal space because she put her big butt right on my ear, okay? And I couldn't help it. I turned, it was like, bam. And I'm like, hello.
Swipe the credit card.
Like her ass was on my nose.
Where do we draw that line between having a good time and, I don't know, dancing and socializing to, okay, but don't fucking touch me?
Clear communication.
No, I think you did
Would
the
a
right
guy
thing
be
with your
wrong
son,
if you out partying, dance, you with your girls,
Right.
your girls is in front of you, but you got the ass tooted up and you shaking it,
Right.
and there's some guys right behind you, and he decided to touch or get up on you.
Right.
Where do we? Is it okay? Because you having a good time and you already in that mode, or is it like, excuse me, don't fucking touch me?
It
I'ma
depends
be
on what she
honest, I
wants.
experienced
Some women
both.
want him to touch.
When I've been at Caribbean parties, I feel like the culture is like kind of known. Now again, you can definitely tell somebody no and they respect it. But I feel like when I've been at Caribbean parties, I was more a little lenient with it because I know I don't feel like it's a disrespect. It's the culture. So I was like, I didn't ever feel disrespected. But I've been at like a regular, club, and you know what I don't like? If you walk in, somebody grab your arm, or you go, like that pisses me off. But I have had like the dance and somebody walk up and it's just like I do the elbow thing. Like,
But I feel
no.
like Caribbeans are different when it comes to
Yeah,
any
the
other
approach.
because it could just be a dance. Dance is a love language.
they
Dance
walk
is a
off.
thing, and they walk off, and you don't see him, hear him.
He ain't
talk,
trying to get your
nothing.
number afterwards.
Yes, some other places you go to, it symbolizes if she let me dance on her. Oh, we're when we're in a Caribbean setting, we are practically
Fucking with your clothes on.
fornicating on the floor, okay? Like, it is a whole thing. But when you do that in another setting, somebody could be like, okay, well, she's gonna let me get her number. You know, we got to talk about to buy her a drink. No, walk off, okay? Disappear. So that's why I feel like you have to be very careful. It depends on where you're going, what you want.
But as if I was a man, devil's advocate, right? If I'm a man and somebody do let me dance with them, and what if I really did like that dance, and now I'm like, how are you?
I agree with that.
What's your favorite color?
I mean, because
you like your dream?
a man can like the way you move. It might be the way you bounce up on him or you grinded on him real good. He like, oh, let's do this with our clothes off. You know?
But because
I guess it's how he approached you after, how he talking to you after.
when I was young, I used to dance. Well, but that's when you was dancing with everybody.
Yeah.
Right? And like you said, in the
You
Caribbean
getting tossed up
setting,
in the
it's
air.
different. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But what would offend me is if the nigga got hard. I didn't like that. I'm like, we're
But you was a younger?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Those
what
like
happened yesterday?
Oh my-
days.
No, this is when I was
Fingering
younger.
days.
But I be feeling like in that culture, it's just a dance.
Well, I would say Caribbean, I ain't ever experienced that in the
Yeah.
Caribbean. But in the regular, I did like Brentford Park days.
I thought you was about to say
It's like
We
your
used to take
vagina
they
is
private
right
out.
there.
Remember when boys used to wear them
Below
extra
your ass
3T
is your vagina.
Those 3T t-shirts. They used to take their private out, have it under the
Ew,
3T
what the frizzle?
t-shirt
What?
when you were younger.
They had nightgowns on.
Yes, and they would take their private out their jeans. It had a shirt over, a little dirty. Watton.
Wow, they was so
And
horny.
you could tell the difference when you go dance. You're like, oh, that's too close. Like, too real.
Step back and dance
And that's what really made me
close.
stop doing it. I experienced that. Oh, wait. Do you remember when J-Lo had the real with the bun
Yes.
and the baby fat?
And she said the
velour?
N-word. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When she said that, but I had that little suit. I was suit. I had the little shorts with the little velour jacket. So I was suit. Went to a party like that. Was dancing. I walked away. My cousin's like, "Oh, what's that on you?" That was the end for me ever
What
dancing.
was on you?
I was
Gleek.
13.
Oh, that's
That was
sad.
the end for me ever dancing with somebody.
But you was had him laying down on the floor, riding
I
on
wasn't
him
doing
like
all
that.
that.
So it's
Right.
like,
No.
what the fuck did you expect?
No, I was not. You was such an
Oh, you ain't say that part.
Oh, such an
Speaking of dirty
I'm
white
being
ends,
vulnerable.
Speaking of dirty white ends,
would you date a homeless sexual?
A homeless?
a homeless.
What is a
sexual.
homeless?
Somebody that need to live with you. Basically, they screw you for a place. to
That's sad because that is a real thing.
live. Yeah.
No, because I don't think you know they're a homeless sexual until you get in the setting when you're like them. Because they lie. Sorry, why is this a
It
real
seem like
story?
it's-
It's a real story. You don't know they're a homosexual. Because I was like, oh, what?
Homeless.
Homeless sexual.
Not
Ooh,
homosexual.
not
Are you a homosexual?
A homosexual.
That video was so crazy too. So you like
Oh,
them.
God.
They make you feel because they have the best freaking like.
But why
Dirty
you never
sex?
went to his house before? Like, why we? It's
Like, didn't
Because
want
I
you.
don't want you to come to mind. They're so sweet, so listening, so in the beginning. So it's like, have you ever dated? How do you know? I did not know. Okay.
certain steps. Like, why didn't we ever go to your house? Why didn't you? ever
Because
take
you
me
can't come
out
to mine. Like, I respectfully, you can't come to mine. Don't be my business. You know, if you want to go out, we can go out. But then it's like, okay, boom, we've been talking for a while. I really like you. We've built the trust. We built the, you can come over to my house. Or it just so happens, like, I think maybe he set it up, right?
He
It'd be
did.
like,
It ain't amazing.
in the area kind of thing. I'm like, you know, I'm off. You know, when you get off, boom, come over, just have a conversation. And then it was
You
like,
left a pair of drawers and never.
left something, very much something, and it was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna stay for a little while, or hey, you know what, I really like such and such, I'm gonna come back over. You don't know initially, so it's not like I first meet you, we're sitting down, yeah, I'm homeless kind of thing. So how do you know?
I'm sorry,
You don't
I'm very
know.
sick.
To a
Left.
friend about it?
Yes,
And was she telling you?
but it was too late already. I've already been.
How's it too
Listen.
late? That's why I was laughing in my head when she said, "Well, he left something." I was like, "Yeah, he left that dick in you." That's what my brain didn't say, guys. I'm
No,
sorry.
I asked that
But
because
that's
I had
what
a
my brain
friend. I had a friend,
Right.
and she started dating this guy, and he was saying, "Oh, he just broke up with his ex, but they still live together, and they need." And he trying to find a place to stay.
Okay,
And
that's why
he
she
was
couldn't come
there.
to her house.
Well, you
his
better go
house.
to an
So he
Airbnb.
was there all the time, and I said, "Bitch, she's about to move in." She's like, "No, you're not." I'm like, "Okay."
First of all,
Facts.
anybody who said I
never
just
leave
broke
Amber
up
to her next
and we
apartment.
still
Oh
live
my
together,
gosh.
that means you need to wait until you on your own and you heal and then come back. Because I'm not about to process this with you.
And don't be trying to come stay at my place, and when I tell you it's time to pay this rent and these bills, you just feeling like it's all on me.
Yeah.
If you coming over here, you sleeping over here out of a 7-day week, and you sleeping over here for 4 or 5 days, and I'm cooking meals and stuff like that, you got to contribute, or else you can go back where the fuck you
No,
came
they be
from.
doing all the cooking and the cleaning.
They do.
get in that
That's crazy.
You're not even thinking. You're not thinking. Let me
But
find
I
out
would
where you
think,
live.
why are you cooking at my place instead of inviting me over to your house?
Exactly.
Yeah, you could cook at your place.
It's either you live with a woman or you're homeless. It's either or. Because single
You said
men,
what? Sometimes what?
I'm saying it's either you live with a woman
Oh, okay.
or you're homeless.
Okay.
You're either your living situation where the woman could be, whether it's your mother. Your mother might be like, you ain't bringing no women up in my house.
Right.
You want to bring somebody and come in here and lay down, you can get your own fucking place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it could be a woman you living with, or your mother, your auntie, your fiance, whoever the fuck it is. And that's why I can't go over there, because it's not a space for me. It's not somewhere where I can go. But you ain't about to keep coming over to my house.
And then it's also like, I know this is probably bad to say, but whenever somebody tell me they homeless, sexual, I just instantly go to, oh, they gay for pay.
Ooh,
know.
because you uncomfortable.
Because they homeless.
Because how you make the money?
Well, I'm just
And
saying,
homeless
if you,
shaming. I was homeless before, okay?
That's the question. How you making money?
I'm just saying, like, when you go to the being, you willing to do whatever you got to do to finagle your way in my house. How I know some older man not gonna be like, you could come stay here, and then you like, okay, and then one day he like, let me suck your dick. And you like, go ahead, cause I need to lay down. Like, I don't know.
You
I'm
was
sorry.
smoking before this?
No.
I like Minnie today. Minnie is on one today.
You
She's
might be
comfortable
gay.
with us
You
now.
homeless, you might be gay.
So those people don't know.
No, because when you hard up for money, I understand that. People do strange
Right,
stuff for
but
money.
Gay for pay, if you do not know what gay for pay is, you're not gay, okay? But you will indulge in those activities for pay, okay?
Would
Like,
you?
But I feel like only so you can be homeless. I'm not saying all homeless people are gay for
I like
pay.
money.
Because typically, if somebody gonna run for that and gonna tag me with that, typically I did not say all homeless people are gay for pay.
Minnie,
I
would
did
you
not
be gay
say
for
that.
pay?
No. I told you, I literally only think it's two.
It's only
What?
two
One of them is mine, guys. She likes my vagina. She saw it earlier, and she's willing to do some things. Go ahead,
No,
Minnie.
I didn't.
That's why she looked at me for 7 seconds. There's only 2 vaginas
Minnie
that I would
and Tiff.
consider.
Oh my god. Would you be gay for pay?
Nigga, I be gay for
I
free.
just said Bonds and Amber
The fuck?
Rose.
You ain't gotta give me no money.
That-
No, but I gotta like the woman. I ain't about to just
Oh,
be gay
God.
with you because you a woman.
But
Right.
I
Gay
just
for
can't
pay.
bring myself to
I
put
mean,
my face down.
yeah, I would be gay for pay.
So what do that mean?
But
Like,
gay for pay is different
But
for
you
women
already
and
gay
men.
for free, so it don't
gay,
work.
Being gay as a
But
woman
if I could
is
get some
different.
money out of it,
So I'm
that's
gonna give you a
fire.
prime example, right? Say if it's a man or woman, well, let's just say man. It's a man, a young man who's literally a heterosexual. He's straight. We gonna use the whole thing of being homeless, right? He's homeless. He said he got with Dez and Dez let him in, right? And then she realized you're homeless sexual. You gotta get out of here now. She's like, get out, right? So he on the street. One day it's an older man driving in a nice ass car. He like, brother, you okay? And then he like, now I'm down the hard times. And then he like,
Why is this a story? Why is it a Tubi movie?
Because she's trying to convince you how her homeless sexual leads to gay for pay.
I mean, it's the same thing as people doing gay stuff for jobs.
But then he say exactly, and then he say, "Get
That's
in
gay
the
for
car."
pay.
He like, "Nah, I hate to see you out there like that, brother. Get in the
Lord.
car." Then he get
The
in the
story
car,
continues.
and then next thing you know, he's like, "I can help you get a job."
That's how it
And he like,
goes.
"Yeah," and he's like, "And you know what? I got a big ass house. You can stay here." He like, "Word for real, thank you."
And all you gotta do is
And then the first night when you in the shower, get comfortable,
Woo!
right?
Stop.
You get comfortable in the shower. He opened the bathroom door, be like, "Oh, I need a tissue," right? He sneak his way in the bathroom, and then next you
Why
know,
is this a porno?
before you know it, he sucking somebody.
Oh,
So
God.
he could keep having showers and so it live.
This is
Then okay for
crazy.
pay.
Yeah.
Literally,
Oh,
she
God.
just proved my point talking about, no, they're going to make this a clip and everyone's going to hate me. But obviously, you can't be homeless or you're gay.
Yo.
can't be homeless. Without
That's
her feeling like gay
crazy.
for pay.
But speaking of gay for pay, oh my
Oh,
God,
God.
there is a popular black filmmaker who's being sued for $260.
You want me to get that terrible.
Give me a tissue behind you, bitch.
Not the tissue in the bathroom. Oh, nigga trying to get.
About to put her man hands on my face, big as hell. Damn.
Scratching.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Allegedly, because let me tell you something. I got so much respect for this man. Allegedly.
Okay.
Who, Tyler Perry?
I ain't say I don't know who the man name is, but yeah, it's this man. He's real popular. He's getting sued for $260 million.
Right.
Because he had a male actor, right? And I just think it's interesting that he got the job, you know what I'm saying? He got on the show and stuff, but now he like, allegedly, you know what I'm saying, these text messages have been leaked and it's like,
Right.
why don't you let me fuck you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why don't you let me penetrate you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you're ready for
Of course, 36
I said.
and I'm still trying to
I
stop.
thought that was going along with
You know what I'm saying? So some people, I mean, sometimes a man might want you to be gay for, well, obviously, right?
Yeah,
He's
but it's
already
always
gay,
somebody
no?
in power.
So why not just do it?
For free.
They
But he
always
wanted to be
have some type of
professional.
power.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that.
And the only 2 shows he was ever on was Tyler Perry thing. Because I looked him up and I was like,
I knew it was that's
Because you was jealous.
Who jealous? Because why am I turning into a trans man just for Tyler to hit on me?
Wow, and he
'Cause I'm
still
really-
don't even hit on
And
you because you're not
don't.
his type.
Oh my God.
He know
what
you-
I gotta do. So I have to turn this whole white
Oh,
trans
gosh.
man.
Do y'all think Tyler Perry is gay?
Yeah, I think he is.
After seeing the text messages,
But we don't know if it's real.
that's true.
Because
What
people
if
can
he's,
shop
like,
everything.
just bisexual. What if it's-
That's fine.
Yeah, that's
Man,
fine
we
too.
don't know that man's sexuality.
We don't
I
know.
mean, you made a lot of money off dressing like a woman.
You know how people say
and
they
the
got-
mannerisms, conversations. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't even say
wouldn't be
that, but
surprised.
you know how you just got that uncle that everybody know, like this that uncle you don't leave your kids around.
Ooh.
I'm not saying that's him. I'm just saying that's just a man you be like.
I'm not saying that's him,
we
but
know
we
he
just
gay.
we're gonna bring it up while we talking
It was
about it.
just because you know.
Oh no,
older-
I ain't calling him a pedophile.
the heck?
I'm just saying some things you just know. All right, let me change it. Let me change it. How about you know how when you in high school you got that one boy who got all the girlfriends that's friends, actually friends, and then they be like he never had a girlfriend the whole 4 years. More than likely he was gay. And
I
we
feel
all
that.
just know and we comfortable with.
I
We
feel
not
that.
gonna ask and we just know. And
I feel
it's
that.
accepted.
Yeah. Everybody's gay.
So the guy
I
that
can't
was
agree
in
with
the
that.
Everybody's a little
I'm
gay.
just have to
the
say
guy
that,
in the
but-
text though, the actor, he just seems
Yeah, no.
way younger than Tyler Perry. So how young is too young?
How young is too young?
How young is too young?
For a man or for a woman?
For a man, for us,
feel like
for
bi.
right.
So,
No,
Are
no,
you
I'm saying because
biased?
I thought she was asking in specific to what we were just talking about.
oh.
You just asking in general.
Because I feel like the guy he was talking to was young. So like now it's like, how young is too young?
Personally.
I'm gonna be honest.
you, how you
I
think
feel
it's
like
young for you?
anybody going into teens, like that's
Ew.
just
Okay.
18, 19. Like, what are you doing?
Because you about to
Even
get on my
like
fucking
20,
nerves if you're a
21.
teenager.
Yeah, like
Oh
it's
my
just
God, R. Kelly
that's
said,
really off limits.
Kelly.
Like, oh.
Not quoting R. Kelly.
He was like, the teen, no, because
At a time like this, we are quoting R. Kelly.
that's R. Kelly said. He asked him about a teenager. He was like, so you wouldn't date a teenager? He was like, how old is the teenager? Because there's 18 and 19.
Nah.
So he's not doing 18,
I
he's
still
doing
feel
19.
Like that's like it's
not
just
doing
still
16.
off. It's still off.
Yeah.
Anything under even 21, I still feel like it's off. I would go 25 and up. I say go ahead, be free with it. But under 25 is like, ugh. And even sometimes, like, let me be honest, my dad is 55. And let's just say if he bring a woman who's literally my age, now that I'm in my 30s, I'll just be like, oh, he having fun.
Right.
But, like, if I was in my 20s and my dad was bringing somebody home my
Yeah,
age,
that
I'd
gets
be
a
like,
little
come
weird.
on, daddy. Like, you doing
Yeah.
too much. And you got daughters younger than me. Like, you doing too much.
Yeah.
But now that my youngest sister about to be 25, I guess he all right.
They gotta be 35 and up, I guess.
For you?
For me,
Yeah, I don't have the patience. Like, for me, when it comes to being with a man, I need a man to, like, have a dominant personality and lead me. I have a very dominant personality myself, so
Right.
if you stupid as hell and you don't
Why do
know,
you think he gonna be stupid?
I
What if
just,
you meet a ball player, right? He 26.
that don't mean he gonna be,
No, but just,
go
I
ahead.
ain't finna describing him. Damn, Tiffany. Jesus.
He's homeless.
He's a gay for pay.
And a guy just
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. 'Cause Minnie's gonna go to the store.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know what? what? Forget it.
No, I just don't, even, and I ain't gonna. I have talked to younger athletes, right? They wasn't significantly younger than me, but they was younger than me.
They was like,
and I don't
B-League,
like it.
B-League, A-League, G-League? Ooh.
I don't know because I don't follow sports. I just know they play like professional sports.
Overseas?
No,
Here?
United States. Yeah.
How'd it go?
She's like, what's the initials?
What team
what
and jersey
team?
number? It just wasn't any. It wasn't any conversation of depth.
Right.
And I feel like also, I mean, we wasn't even talking about people that's professional or rich, right? When you are professional and rich, you get a lot of ease to things, right? You get ease to women, easy access to women. You don't have to put forth
in
no
no work.
effort.
Right.
So it's like when you come to talk to a grown ass woman, that's not always gonna fly. You know, everybody in the world is not gonna be impressed with what you have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you got a fancy car, a nice house, a couple dollars, that's not gonna wow every person. So for me, substance is very, even a man my age. If you a man my age and you have no conversation skills, you don't have anything to enlighten me on, you can't
Just wanna
show
talk
me
about
anything
yourself.
new, or we can go out and have a good time together. Oh my God, just want to talk about themselves. Can we get a snap on that? Because it's so many men and people, but men who just talk about themselves. Jesus Christ.
And they don't understand that.
My goal.
don't see
I be working
it.
out. You gotta eat like this. I got this much money. They might as well just pull out the whole bank statement at that
And
point.
they always start the sentence
sentence
off with, I'm not trying to flex. I'm not
But,
trying but.
yeah.
And go right into the highest level of flexing and stunting of your life. Hello?
I'm not good at stroking egos. That's
Yeah,
one thing.
I'm
I'm
not either.
I'm always trying to work on it, but I feel like you need to come confident. Come already confident in who you are and what you look like. You know you look good, great, because I
Right.
might forget to tell you. But some men need that constant ego stroking, and I'll be like, bro, I need you to just love yourself. Okay?
It's okay to stroke the ego.
Yeah.
because women be wanting it.
They be asking for
Women
it.
be wanting it too.
Young for me would be 28,
28 is young for you?
How old are you, if you don't mind?
53.
53? Yeah, so. I look good for 53. I'm telling you.
But no, I'll be 33 in August 17th. Okay.
Got the Leos.
Okay, thank you. So I would say 28. You gotta be not too young, but you'll be like right there. Okay.
Yeah. But you know, do you guys agree that men, I'm sorry to be generalizing, guys. Come on. Do you guys agree that men mature slower than us?
Yes.
I think that's where
I'm
that's
gonna
where
tell
my
you
issue.
my theory, and none of y'all tag it. I'm gonna copyright it because it's gonna become real. Right? I'm gonna do the research. I feel like women are used to being ahead, right? Where you know how they say women mature, we do this, and not only that, just culture-wise, women take care of the home, do this, blah blah blah, right? And I feel like in your teens and your 20s, women are more advanced, right? But then I feel like in 30s, something clicks in men, especially men who are maturing. Something to click where they start thinking longevity, like, oh, like family, because now ain't nobody treating them like babies no more. So it's like, oh, I gotta get up out here.
Right.
And women have been so used to being in the lead that they didn't have a challenge. So that's where it come this clash in the 30s where men are now looking at women like, step it up. Like, you need to be doing more, right? And then women like, oh, what? Oh, what? And not only that, most men in their 30s start getting money, right? So now they got options. And now they like, well, why not go with somebody younger? Why should I choose you? You got to prove yourself, right? And it's this whole thing. I'm going to do the research.
Okay.
And I'm going to get it, right? But I usually feel like typically women are ahead, and then it comes a point where it kind of stops, and then men kind of get ahead. But then it reverses back, and then women get ahead.
Okay.
don't know.
I think
That's my
something else that has something to do with that is just who we are from little girls. I always talk about how we were always, let's play house. I want to be the
Right.
mom. I'll be the girlfriend.
society
We're
always
nurturers. We want to be mothers. You know what I'm saying? And men don't always have that switch in them where, like you said, they may be just coasting and just living life where sometimes maybe at 30 a switch does.
Yeah, because
Click
boys
for
get
them.
to be free. You get
Yeah.
to just go.
Right, but when they're kids, it was a big conversation where it was like, when we're kids, we get babies, we get kitchens. Yeah, why don't boys get kitchens? Why don't they get babies?
And if they
Because
get kitchens, what they say they are.
gay for pay.
Yes. Right. These are gender
that's the
roles.
thing.
These are gender roles, but men have to take care of the
Why
household.
you get toys?
You
They
have
get action
someone-
figures.
What's
Yeah,
action
what the
figures?
fuck are you supposed
How
to
do
do
you
with that
apply
for your
action
future?
figures to your life and necessities and priorities?
And they be like, pew, pew,
right, and be fighting
and making them fight each other. Yeah.
Cooking nothing,
Meanwhile,
not
I'm making
learning.
fucking scrambled eggs with my plastic fucking
I'm
kitchen.
baking.
Sit the fuck down, little
Right.
Timmy.
I didn't never want none of that stuff. stuff. I wanted to be a boy so bad.
She was a fucking dyke.
Yeah. I did not want. I didn't have no kitchen. I didn't have no easy bake oven.
You had a suit on and a briefcase.
For real. I used to.
That's fire though.
I used to want to be the teacher.
Yeah.
I used to want. So when we played house, I didn't ever want a husband. I wanted to be the aunt. I didn't want kids. You know how you like, you're my daughter. I already knew. Like,
Okay.
I don't want nobody being
I
my
love that
child.
for you. You was raised.
to be the husband.
She was raised differently.
To be the husband.
I like that.
No, I didn't want to be husband.
No, but she may have been maybe something you saw. Maybe you was raised in a way that's like there's more to life than just motherhood, and which is
think
what
the
I
women
said.
around me always said, just like do more than I did. Like you don't have to just be a mom and just do these things. Go do. And even my dad, he would be like, have your own stuff. Like my dad taught me, he's like, it's typical for a woman to say if it's a man and a woman together, and the man like, I'm gonna go off and do this. You like, okay, I'm gonna support you. He like, never do that. He's like, you go do your dream, he do his dream. If it's meant, y'all come back.
That
so I was
part.
always that way.
That part.
I support you to do your
I
dream
wish
in
I
the
had
sense of
that
we
part.
could give emotional support, but I'm not waiting for you. Like I got
Yeah.
my own stuff I got to do.
I wish I had that too. I had no guidance. Yeah.
Not my own children.
Your siblings,
But I
right.
feel like I had to raise them.
You know what? Speaking of this, I feel like it's tying into YNs, raising siblings. Me and Tiff was talking the other day about young people and getting jobs. I don't know about y'all, but I started working at like 15.
14, I had a job.
Okay, I was happy to get my own money. Something nowadays is not the same. It's something that's not clicking with these younger people. But, and it's also, it's like when we talked about it, I thought about it, I'm like, but damn, are we pushing our kids to be too independent?
Well, I only got my first job. My mom, I used to get a $200 allowance every 2 weeks. And then I had a boyfriend. Wow. He used to give me his check and he would keep his
And he
tips.
was 37 years old.
No, he was. He was 16. And I was 14. And he used to do like the baggage at the hotels.
Oh.
So he got more money in tips and he just used to give me his check. I don't know when women say men don't get them money since I was young. The people that dated me just, I don't know if it's how I carry myself.
Because you beat them.
Yeah, probably. But ultimately, I just got a job at 14. Remember Speedy Jobs? Okay, that maybe is Essex County.
remember.
But Speedy Jobs, yeah. So I got one because I realized like my mom getting up going to work. My boyfriend getting up going to work. Everybody got their own money.
It was
and
a
I'm
norm.
waiting for them to give me money.
Right.
What am I doing from 9 to 1? Because you can only work 4 hours
Right,
anyway. And I was like, I could go get a job. So it was me. My mom didn't tell me I had to, but I was like, I don't like that she get up and go to work.
Right.
So let me just go. And then the time I went to work, by the time I came back, everybody outside so I could go outside.
I don't feel like we're pushing our kids to be too overly independent. I feel like the times have changed. Like when we were young, I had a job too. I had a job like really, really young because I had stuff to do. Like my mom, you know, she came from Jamaica. She can like do as much as she wanted to do. Yes. So I'm like, okay, you know, let me get a job. I had to pay like car notes. I had like PSC&G. I had like groceries.
Wait, at what age?
Like 16, 17.
You're
Like
about to have the bills in your
responsibilities.
name?
Yeah, and black people, hell yeah. So, but it's like now it was like then go to school, go to college, get a good job, get a career, get good money. Now you can be a YouTube streamer. You can make content.
Or you can
you
do
can
your
play the
nails.
game. You can do your own nails. You can do wig installation. You don't have to necessarily go get a job. You
Right.
can be.
You need to have a
independent.
skill.
Yeah,
But
you
I
have to
feel
have
like
some kind
people
of
don't-
skill.
Some kids don't even have
pushing them
skills.
to do independency in this era, this generation is. It's not, if you want to go to college, you can, but that's not end all be all.
Right.
You can pick up a skill, you can capitalize off of it because the new currency is attention. Attention was not the currency back then. The new currency is do something that people want to see, want to learn, want to watch, whether it's like negative, whether it's positive, but you can go and like be a millionaire off of a young age, off of just content and influence.
But I feel like kids don't realize that. What they end up seeing is, oh, she got a bundle, she got this 40-inch bust down, da, da, da. And all they thinking is, I just wanted to post, but not thinking behind it, the money part of it.
Right.
So they begging a parent to get them money for that. And it's like, no, duh.
Right.
You go pick up a skill, they show you that bust down and they tagging it there and they getting paid for this. So I feel like it's a parent, like how you said, guidance. If my child realizing always want to get dressed up, okay, you better start getting sneakers sent to you or something like that. So I think it's the guidance of somebody putting them on to how you can capitalize off of just being yourself.
Right.
That's what I would
There's so
teach
many
them.
kids looking towards like content creating and all of that. Where's the freaking doctors?
That
Where's
part,
Lawyers,
right.
It's just the
Mechanics,
Everybody-
electricians.
yeah.
It's not
All
even
of
just
that.
about
As
being
long
on the
as you make
internet.
them.
Because a lot of people don't even realize, you talk about streamers and influencers and content creators, that shit is not easy. It's not, I'm pop my phone up and make a 15-second voiceover and that's it for the day. No, it's people streaming all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And another question that goes into that, we talk about, a lot of people talk about, all right, when you turn 18, you gotta get the F out of my house. That's again, you
I don't
pushing her.
believe that.
At 18, you're not even grown. You legal, but you're not mentally grown to make, you know what I'm saying, life-changing decisions. So I think that's something else we should consider when it comes to pushing our kids out into
I
these
would
streets.
say I feel like it's fair that the parents, something I tell my kids, like my sons would be like, when I get older, I'm going to buy your house. I'm like, no, you don't. That's my job to take care of myself. You take care of you. When you get older, don't think about me. I got this life to take care of myself. When you older, I want you to live your dreams out. I had you, so I'm going to support you. Now, if you buy me a house, that's my additional house, but I don't want you growing up think you have to do that. And when they turn 18, no, you're not getting out. I plan to have a bigger house that you could go off on your side and be fine. And I would rather you save money and buy a house versus go pay somebody rent.
Right.
Now, if you decide to leave on your own, I didn't kick you out. Now, what I stopped, also, I feel like parents should still pay the phone bill or help with this. I would pay my child, a phone bill's like $100. I'll pay your phone bill. Because I feel like
Up
they
to
could.
what age?
I got my phone bill paid up to 20-something.
20 what? Early 20s?
Yeah,
Let me
early
tell you,
20s.
she
But only
had
reason
money,
I
okay?
stopped-
You
only
had
reason
money,
I
honey.
stopped was
Girl.
because like a dummy, I was dating somebody. He's like, you ain't independent. It was like that Neo song, Independent Woman, and I used to be playing it. And he's like, your mother still pay your phone bill. So I'm like, I could pay my own phone bill. So I was like, Ma, I could do my own phone bill. And she let me, and I was able to pay it. But I'm like, why the fuck I let him hype me up?
Okay.
I should have let her
Hype
still
me
pay
up.
it, and I could
She
have
had money. She don't
But
care.
I would
Since
say
she
I
came
would
out,
do that,
okay?
but let me make it clear, for a responsible child. I was responsible. I used to save. That's nothing. My grandmother told me when you get paid, save 1/3 of your check, and then the rest go ahead. So
Saving.
I was saving that whole time, but I feel like for my sons, as long as you being responsible, I'm not going to be like, as soon as you 18, that's it. Like, go ahead. Even 21, I wouldn't do that.
I don't know. She had a lot of money, okay? So when it comes to dating Minnie, you got to make sure your coins are together, whether you're older or younger.
She married.
So y'all tell us
You
in the
can't date
comments,
Minnie.
okay? Well, like a woman like Minnie, okay? Somebody like her, okay? Y'all let us know if y'all like to date older or younger. But until then, thank you so much for watching this episode of Milfshake, and we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to what? Like, comment, rate, tap in, and engage. Bye.
Milkshake Mafia.